I know y'all see it. I finally got a haircut. My barber got me right. I've been getting my shit fried, bruh. It sucks. It does suck having like a fade under here because people can still see it, especially when I pull my hair back. It's just a mess, but I got a fresh cut. Y'all can stop clowning me now. Told y'all I was getting one. But anyways, today we got why minimum wage sucks. I seen an Instagram post the other day that said no country or dumbass, no state in the United States of America, in no state out of all 50 states, not one single state, you can make a living off a minimum wage working 40 hours a week. And it's crazy when you really think about it, because you think of all the states you forget about, like Idaho. What do you mean minimum wage in Idaho can't get me a fucking apartment? It seems like as time goes on, bro, we're just falling into more corrupt doom, bro. Soon 60 hours is gonna be like a minimum, bro, to like just survive. Just the rate that this world is going. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the economy will get better. Hopefully something happens. And I really feel like back in the day, shit like this, like the community would handle it, because this is strong arming. Landlords raising rent for a studio, $1,200. No universe should a studio be $1,200. In no universe should a studio be $1,200. A regular one bedroom in a nice little city is about like $1,400. They list the apartment as like maybe $1,200, but then you gotta think of the utilities, the fees, the other extra shit you gotta pay, blah blah blah. Anyways, we got a video by Lone E. Let's get into it, bro.
Minimum wage jobs. So if you've ever worked a minimum wage job, you'd understand the amount of pain it is working one. And if you haven't, great, I've got a job application cooked up right for you. Get your ass to Indeed.com right now. I'm kidding, you're actually lucky you haven't, cause working one changes a person. It scars them, cause trust me, I know. I've worked my fair share of minimum wage jobs. I've worked as a smoothie barista, busser, cashier,
And the thing about these minimum wage jobs, bro, is they want you to do more than what you were hired on for. It's like, especially like fast food. Like fast food, you get hired on as kitchen staff. You know, work the grill or the fryer, and then they train you on sandwich station. Then they train you on drive-through window. Then they train you on register at the front, and then you gotta do maintenance, and then you gotta do the ice cream machine, and then this machine, and then carry out, and then take out, and then online orders. Like, bro, and it's like, yo, am I getting a raise for this? No. It's part of your job. No, the fuck, it's not. I'm flipping burgers, dude. Not doing no damn carry out.
daycare volunteer, so I'm pretty qualified to speak on this topic. So today I'll be talking about how awful these minimum wage jobs are, and I'll provide some tips to help those who already have one. Alright, first let's talk about the qualifications for minimum wage jobs. So everyone goes through this thought process at one point in their lives. So you have zero work experience and you're just chilling in bed watching TikTok, and all of a sudden a thought pops into your head. Man, I'm broke as shit. I ain't got no money in my bank account, and I can't keep letting my homies spot me for food always. How am I supposed to own a sweet mansion with 16 different Lambos that come with the finest shorties in the game? Well shit, I need to get myself a job. Okay, so you head on over to Indeed and start scrolling through the job listings, but you realize a lot of these jobs require at least a bachelor's degree or some sort of experience. Like bro, I was 16 years old at the time. How am I supposed to have a bachelor's degree already? Was I supposed to speedrun school or something? And bro, I didn't have any prior...
I know I talked about this in other videos before, but there's a phrase that I've said, that I seen actually, that I said. It was, you need experience. You need experience to get a job, but no job wants to be the experience. Every job, even to the smallest little shittiest little company, corporation, requires like years of experience. 1 + 2 years. And even on the listing, it'll say entry level. How is this entry level, sir? It's like they're playing, bro. They're playing in our faces. It's like, you know, it's kind of like the phrase that people use to content creators. We need more plumbers, electricians, HVACs. We need more jobs to realize they not who they think they are. You're not who you think you are. I get you want to be a big company someday, but like, dude. And then whenever they do have internships, it's competitive internships. Work for 2 years unpaid at our firm. Or they try to lowball you. Yeah, you'll make $13 an hour for doing basically the same job as this other guy who's getting paid 28. What? This shit ain't right, bro.
Work experience at all other than volunteering, but the shit that I did barely counts. So how am I supposed to get work experience if I haven't had a job to get experience? Like, just hire me, man. Worst case scenario is I head over to the sweatshop to gain some work experience. Like, why am I required this long list of requirements just to get paid 15 an hour bagging groceries? And speaking about the pay, bro, 15 an hour is a highway robbery. Like, hold up, let me see 15 Canadian dollars to US dollars conversion rate. Okay, I'm getting paid $10.92 US dollars by the hour. Like, bro, I'm out here getting scammed. Like, you know what they say, you only live once, and I'm out here giving 1 hour of my precious time on this planet for a measly $15. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like a fair trade to me. Especially with that whole inflation thing going on, yeah, you're gonna be making pennies eventually. Like, when I was working, I always didn't want to buy lunch because I would always be thinking, damn, I'm about to spend 1 hour of pay for a burger and fries. Shit. Like, I'm out here to make money, not spend it, you know? No feeling at work is better than receiving that nice $700 check.
And that's the thing too. Like, even places that were deemed cheap to eat a few years ago, like McDonald's, just any fast food, like, you know, go to McDonald's, get blah 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 burger, fries, chicken nuggets for about like $6. Why is the average price for a 10-piece nugget, I kid you not, an average price for a 10-piece nugget and just a medium fry is $12? You're necessarily paying $1 per nugget plus tax. Who does McDonald's think they are? You're not a 5-star Michelin restaurant, bro. Wendy's, I gotta give credit to Wendy's. Wendy's is my first real job. Wendy's, well, actually, no, I do not give credit to Wendy's because they charge stupid amount. For a literal Baconator, which is I think 2 patties on one, a Baconator and fries is $12 to $13. But the only good thing about Wendy's is their biggie bag, which is still $5.95. You know, you can upgrade it, turn it to a large, you know what I'm saying? That's the only good thing. Everywhere else, bro. And then like Taco Bell, I tried Taco Bell the other day. Well, I've had it before, but I have never bought Taco Bell. I willingly went to Taco Bell to try out a grilled burrito or some shit. $6 for a burrito that big. $6 for a burrito that big. $6 for a burrito that big. Get out my face, bro. You know, it's making me mad when I just like repeat it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, who the fuck do you think you are charging $6 for a fucking burrito? And then I go to a fucking Mexican restaurant, order takeout, and they give me a big ass bowl for $12. But you want me to pay $12 at McDonald's for fucking nuggets? Don't piss me off today, bro.
For $40 of your life. And don't get it twisted, employers can raise your hourly wage, but this exists, so yeah, good luck on that. Now let's talk about the types of jobs you should expect to get. Now there are multiple part-time jobs that students can get, but the most common ones I like to group into the starter jobs category, and those 3 jobs being a cashier, a busser, and a camp counselor. Now each of them has their own pros and cons that come with the job, and I'll just run through them and provide a quick description of the job. Cashier. So as a cashier, cashier, you're going to be checking out customers, scanning items, dealing with transactions, managing the POS system, bagging groceries, all while giving good customer service. So yeah, don't completely fail math class. And during your downtime, you'll most likely have to help your coworkers with other stuff, so that's not all you're going to be doing. As a cashier, the pros are you'll make more money, you'll probably get like a 10 to 20% discount on items, and the cons are you'll be scheduled to work more hours, you'll sacrifice the cost of your sanity and the slow development of back pain for standing in the same spot for hours, and you'll have to deal with rude customers pretty often. Now for a busser. So your job as a busser is to get the food in the kitchen out to the tables and clear tables of dirty plates and shit. So you gotta—
Where in the world does a busser bring food out to the table? I know that bussers clean the tables and take the dirty dishes to the back and maybe bring out silverware to the front. But I ain't never heard of a busser bringing food. I don't think they can do that. Because if bussers are like constantly cleaning, using chemicals and why are they allowed near the food to bring out to the people? I don't know.
memorize the layout of the restaurant and the table numbers, or you're gonna look like a dumbass wondering where the right table is. And like a cashier, this isn't the only thing you're gonna be doing. You'll probably be doing a lot of prepping for side dishes, cleaning, and other side missions that your manager forces you to do. As a busser, the pros are extra money from tips, the chefs make you free food, you get to increase your step count, this is good for those who don't touch grass, and the cons are high stress environment, rude customers, heavy lifting, multitasking, 24/7 walking, exhaustion, usually understaffed so you'll be doing more work, busy hours are fucked, and your manager will exploit you. Now I'll let you decide if this is a good job.
I ain't gonna lie. Back in high school, I worked at Texas Roadhouse for maybe 2-3 months. I only worked Saturday and Sunday because I played football at the time. You know, I had to go to school and then practice, get out at 6. Texas Roadhouse was closed at 10. Basically, no point even coming in. But those 2 days that I worked, let me tell you something. They were only 8-hour shifts. My wallet was super fucking fat. My wallet was super fucking fat. I made more in 2 days doing busing at Texas Roadhouse than I did like an average week when I worked at Wendy's. I would work usually like 4 hours. Well, an average week at Wendy's, I would work like 20 hours because, you know, then again, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe a few days throughout the week after football practice. But like, they could take like them tips, no joke, for Saturday and Sunday morning. If you do a double on Sunday, your wallet's fat.
I gotta get out of here! And finally, for a camp counselor, your main job is to just watch over children and make sure they don't do stupid stuff and get hurt. But don't be fooled, because you might be like, wow, I just go on field trips to the zoo and chill with kids all day? That sounds easy. Well, not really, because a lot of these kids are the most evil, annoying, and troublemaking gremlins on Earth. Yeah! Especially because kids nowadays are growing up watching these dudes. And TikTok, it's even more doomed. Be prepared to be supervising all these TikTok gremlin fiends screaming out every TikTok reference there is.
Yo, is that Ohio? It's gotta be Ohio. Bro thinks he's Speed. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird.
As a camp counselor, the pros are field trips, you'll be touching grass more, you become a role model, and you won't have to deal with customers. Now the cons are, you'll be dealing with annoying ass kids instead. You'll be in scorching weather a lot, and it's mentally and physically exhausting. Now that we've been over the 3 starter jobs, let's now talk about what you'll be encountering on the job. Customers. Now for the most part, while on the job, you'll have regular, nice people walking in, and they'll just be doing their thing like a regular person. But sometimes you'll have to interact with rude customers, and they'll just ruin your day just by speaking to you. Like this one time I was—
Yeah, I still don't get how people do that. There's been days I got off work, I'm talking about fucking mad. It's hot. I was exhausted. I got into an argument with my coworker. Legit anything. And I go to the drive-thru and they're like, huh? What'd you say? You say you want to, I've never been rude. I can fake it till I make it. And it's like such an easy concept of just like repeating yourself. I said I wanted the 10-piece nugget with the fries, please. And then the other nigga will be like, ah, god damn it, you can't hear me. Da 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 da. I'm just, dude, just say your fucking order, like, over. Nobody wants to hear you fucking complain like a little bitch.
I was working at this restaurant and serving these two ladies, and they called me over and complained about a part of the food being uncooked. So, you know, I took it back to the chef and he said it was cooked and that they were tripping. So then I took back the food to the two ladies and said that the chef said that it was fine and gave it back to them. But then after that, every time I walked past their table, they kept talking to each other about how the food was terrible every time I walked by. Like, bruh, I wasn't even the one that cooked it. I just bring the food over. Like, I knew what these Karens were doing. I swear these Karens were trying to do the cliche, oh, where's your manager tactic to get free food? Like, bro, they need to patch that strategy because it's bullshit. People out here are just trying to get a free meal for being an asshole. And bro, this isn't even a customer, but sometimes expect some crackheads to head in the store and just be prepared for the worst, because you don't know what these people are gonna do. They're unpredictable. Like, one time I was working at the restaurant and this crackhead walked in, right? And then he proceeded to lay on the floor, blocking people from entering and exiting the restaurant. And bro was just sleeping on the floor like it was his own house, and everyone in the restaurant was just looking at him. But eventually my boss called the police and got his ass out of there. But that story is pretty tame compared to the story that I'm about to tell you right now. So my coworker told me this story. So one time a crackhead walked in and took a fat shit on one of the chairs and left, and my coworker had to take the chair and just throw it away in the dumpster at the back. Yeah, so just be wary of these people, cause I don't think anyone wants a doo-doo chair. Now let's talk.
Bro, I've never understood the concept of like people who just do shit, like to do shit. What in your right mind like possesses you to like, yeah, I'm gonna just walk in here and lay down in front of the door? You're a fucking loser, dude.
Talk about coworkers. Now, coworkers are the most important thing when it comes to working a job, because they're the only people you'll be able to talk to normally, and they're like your coping mechanism to help you get through your shift. Now, you can have great coworkers who do their job correctly, or you'll get unlucky and be stuck with a slacker that will make you do more work than needed to make up for their lack of work. But other than that, become friends with your coworkers, because it's hard to get by on a shift without talking to someone, and talking to someone will help you make your shift more bearable. Now let's talk about managers. Now, managers, man, they can either be the chillest person in the world or the bitchiest person ever created. There's no in between. You either got Mordecai and Rigby or Benson. Most of the time, you're gonna get a Benson. And you know, be prepared to get bossed around a lot. You know, since they're in that higher position of power, they can just boss you around and make you do all the dirty work while they sit back, which is so infuriating because now you're busting your ass.
Yeah, about that. I used to work at H&M. Hated it. My managers were dicks. There was a time where this was during a holiday season, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and they would always say they're going to do paperwork in the back and just go in the office and chill on their phone and leave me or somebody else out on the floor by themselves. And they would talk shit behind our backs. And I will admit, I worked at H&M. I admit, I would take money from the register and buy my coworkers food. If I'm like, you're gonna disrespect me, disrespect us, and you're gonna go back there, chill in the office, chill on your phone, not do your fucking job, talk shit about your coworkers and the other managers there, yeah, I'm gonna go buy everybody pizza. I'm gonna go buy people breadsticks. I'm gonna go buy them drinks. I'm gonna get them. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, fuck you. And I didn't care about getting in trouble. I didn't, because I worked at 2 places at that mall, bro. And the other place I worked was Zoomies. I didn't steal from Zoomies. Manager was cool. He treated me with respect. The upper managers were cool. They came in, they checked on us. They asked if we need anything we should change, blah, blah, blah. They were just super respectful and cool. And people like that, even where I work at now, is if you have a good team, if you have a good leader, you're necessarily there for them, not the corporation itself. Because you're like, all right, you treat me with respect. You help me out when I need help. You listen to what I have to say. I'm coming in to work for you, dog. Like, I could care less about the fucking money going into the CEO's pocket. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I'd like to say thank you. I appreciate you, and I love you guys. Peace.